Barb and I are camping at Punderson State Park in Newbury, Ohio. Check it out. Hey guys, I'm Kevin with Kemp Outside, your inside source for all things outside. Guys, I am at a place I haven't been to since I was 15 years old, Punderson State Park in Newbury, Ohio. I used to come here as a kid. I was in Civil Air Patrol, which is an Air Force auxiliary for kids who are interested in the military, and we used to do missing person searches and downed aircraft searches out here in Civil Air Patrol. Really cool exercises to teach kids discipline and stuff like that. So I used to camp out here with Civil Air Patrol when I was about 15, and I haven't been back since because now I live in Florida. So I can't wait to see how this place has changed and how it stayed the same and if I remember anything. So come along and check it out. So let's start off with our first impressions of the campground and our campsite. I never stayed in the campsite. We always used a group camp for Civil Air Patrol, so I'd never been in the campground before. And it is a nice campground. It's pretty big, but not all the sites have nice amenities if you are in a RV or travel trailer. So our site is a 20 amp only site, no water, no sewer hookup. That works for us because for our cargo camper, we're able to plug that into a 20 amp system, no problem, and run our refrigerator, run our microwave, run our lights. We can even run our AC unit on a 20 amp circuit if it's not too temperamental, but it's cool enough today. Obviously, I'm repping my Kemp Outside hoodie from my friends at K Fusion. Thanks, Kelly. And so we don't really need a 30 amp or a 50 amp hookup. We can hook up to that as well. We have the adapters, but don't need that. The bummer is I have to have my tent way up there and on a slant because back behind the site where you could pitch a tent because it's level is very muddy. It's been raining here, I guess. It's really muddy. It's really low. It's supposed to rain here today. I did not want to pitch my tent in a mud hole, so we have it way up there. So the sites that I'm in right now really aren't set up very well for tent campers. They're definitely more set up for here small travel trailers, teardrops, and pop-ups. But there are some much bigger sites in the campground, and I am going to do a campground review. So when that campground review is posted, I'll put a link right up here where you can check that out. Guys, I am going to go check out Punderson State Park before it rains today and see what I can find. I cannot wait. Let's go. Well, guys, we didn't get into much exploring before it started raining, so we're kind of holed up in the tent. We did run into town and buy some groceries and kind of kill time while it's raining. But I'm hanging out in my amazing Kodiak canvas tent where I'm staying perfectly dry, listening to the raindrops hitting the canvas tent. There's probably no better sound to fall asleep to. Maybe I'll take a little nap later today. One of the things that I thought was really weird, guys, was, like I said before, I hadn't been here since I was 15 years old, and I did not recognize much of the park. So I'm wondering if they did a lot of renovation work to the lodge and things like that, because I just don't remember it the way it looked. But I don't know. Maybe I'll be able to find a park ranger or somebody who knows the history of the park and maybe can tell me some things. But all in all, guys, it's been a lot of fun. We did run into a painted turtle, a musk turtle, and a garter snake today. So definitely a reptile kind of day. So here's some photos that I took. You can check these guys out. Really cool. The garter snake and the painted turtle were almost right next to each other up by the lodge. And the musk turtle was crossing the road at the campground. So just really neat to see those. I love having wildlife encounters of all shapes and sizes. So we're gonna hang out here and probably get some work done, work on our business. It's always good to get work done when we don't have anything else we can do. And our friends Chris and Kathy are gonna join us later today. So they're gonna be camping with us for a couple days up here. You might remember Chris and Kathy from the famous smoked salmon that Chris makes that I get almost every other time I go camping with him. So who knows, maybe this time I'm due. But we're gonna hang out, enjoy the tent, see what the weather brings. If the weather breaks, we'll get outside and go do some stuff. We're gonna grill some steaks for dinner, so I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully the rain will stop so we can do some grilling. Other than that, man, life is good. It is good to be camping even when it's raining. So stay tuned for what comes next. Well, good morning, guys. Yesterday did not go according to plan, although it went fine. We had a ton of rain. Ended up grilling steaks in the rain, but my friends Chris and Kathy have rolled in, so we are gonna go explore Cuyahoga Valley National Park today. But before I do that, it's a cinnamon roll kind of morning. Let's get cooking. All right, it's ready to throw on the camp stove. Well, it's not my day. I was carrying the cinnamon rolls out of the trailer, dropped them on the ground, fell in the mud. Now they're in the trash. It's okay. Things happen. Really bummed out. I'm not gonna have cinnamon rolls. Maybe we'll make muffins instead. Let's do that. They're coming along. Pretty good substitute for cinnamon rolls. Well, guys, we're back from a fantastic day at Cuyahoga Valley National Park. When I get that video produced, I will put a link to it right up here so you can check it out. But we're back at Punderson State Park, and we're camping with our friends Chris and Kathy. And if you follow my channel, you know that 50% of the time when I camp with Chris and Kathy, I get smoked salmon. Guys, check this out. Oh, yeah. That chuckle you heard was Chris, by the way. I can't wait to dig into that. We walked about 4 miles today, and I am hungry. Chris hard at work there, making it look amazing.
It's not gonna look that good, but it's gonna taste pretty good. Okay.
I am looking forward to dig into that. All right, they are ready to come off the grill. Time to eat dinner, and then for dessert, I'm making Chris's favorite brownies.
Yeah.
Running out of daylight, but these are almost done.
They do smell delicious. Yeah, I'm sure it'll taste delicious.
Here they are. Just in time to eat them before we run out of daylight. Well, guys, we've had a fantastic day. Fantastic smoked salmon dinner. Amazing brownies for dessert, if I do say so myself. And I do. Now we're hanging out by the fire. We're going to say goodbye to Chris and Kathy tomorrow as they roll on to wherever they're headed next. Barb and I are going to stay for a couple more days, run around and go see some things, go do some hiking. So stay tuned. We'll see you tomorrow. We've had a fantastic couple of days exploring my hometown, Cuyahoga Valley National Park, Rocky River Reservation, part of the Cleveland Metro Parks. I visited my old homes, my old school, all kinds of stuff. We've really been using Punderson State Park kind of as a base of operations, but haven't been hanging out much here. All that changes tomorrow when we explore the park a little bit more, and Nelson Kennedy Ledges State Park, which is right near here. We're gonna go hiking there. It is a really, really awesome park, so be on the lookout for that video too. Now it's time to build a fire and make dinner. Guys, it is like middle of June and it is chilly here. It's like in the 60s, windy, overcast, rainy. I expected a lot warmer weather. I'm not gonna lie, Tampa is roasting right now. It's probably like the 7th level of hell with over 90 degrees and high humidity. So I will take this weather as long as I can get it. I just wasn't expecting it. So it's a good thing that we gathered up some firewood. Let's get building a fire. Let's get making dinner and enjoy an evening at Punderson State Park. We just got back from hiking Nelson Ledges, which was an awesome, awesome place. I'll put a link to the video up in the left-hand corner of the screen once I get that video produced, so you can check that out. It's only about 30 minutes from here. But boy, am I beat, so I'm gonna take advantage of my East Hills Outdoors hammock. It's a beautiful day here at the park. I'm gonna take a little rest and then maybe go hike around the lake or something. Checking out the beach. It's a pretty nice beach. I bet this gets a lot of use on warm summer days. Everywhere we go that has water, Barb has to put her feet in. How is it, Barb? A little chilly, but not bad. After almost a week of windy, cold, rainy conditions, it is now really, really nice out. So we leave on Monday. It's Saturday today. We got one more day. We've done almost everything we want to do. We may go back to Cuyahoga Valley National Park and go see the things we missed. We may go hang out somewhere else, I don't know. Or we might just hang out right here. Life's pretty good at Punderson Park. So across the way there is the campground. There's the check-in station and the place where they sell campfire wood and a dock where you can rent kayaks. So we're on the other side of the lake from the campground. But it's a pretty close drive. You could even hike here if you wanted to. Not too far from the beach is this little dock. I'm gonna go check it out. Looks like a cool place to fish. And in case you were wondering, no snowmobiles on the fishing dock. There's the lodge up there. If you're not really a camper, that might be a nice place to stay. And a beautiful look at Lake Punderson. There's the campground over there. And the swimming beach. I didn't think I was going to have any time to fish this trip, so I didn't bring my travel rods or any of my fishing gear. Now I'm wishing I had. I could use an evening sitting on a dock, even if the fish aren't biting. Oh well, next time. So I've been trying to figure out where I would have come in 1995 to camp with the Silver Air Patrol. It definitely wasn't in the campground. It wasn't over by the lodge. I think it's where the current archery range is. So behind me are some archery targets. And then in front of me, I'm going to turn the camera around, is a big hill where it looks like they do inner tubes for snow, or maybe, I don't know, maybe even snowboarding or skiing, I don't know. And then up top there, if you can see, way up there are some tennis courts, and there's a sports chalet. That sports chalet looks new, so I don't think that it was here when I was here in 1995. It was definitely more of a like stone shelter kind of thing. And we would walk down this hill, and we set up our tents down here to be separate from everybody else, and then we would run all of our drills out of here. All of our search and rescue stuff and downed aircraft stuff. Civil Air Patrol is a great way for kids to get involved, especially if they're thinking about a military career or something like that. Really, really cool organization. And even if they're not looking into a military career, it teaches a lot of great skills, lots of discipline, lots of good stuff. So I highly recommend Civil Air Patrol. It was great for me when I was a kid. I think this is where we camped, so really cool. I'm not totally sure, but there's really no way to find out either. It's cool that I came over here, though, to find it. I think this was it. And Barb is reliving her cross-country days at Purdue when she ran hills for conditioning. I don't run if I'm being chased, so she's going to go alone. Look at her go up that hill, though. Yep. Better than me. Well, good morning, everybody. It is our last morning here at Punderson Park. And if you remember, I started out my time here at Punderson Park trying to make cinnamon rolls and having them end up on the ground in the mud. Well, guess what? We have cinnamon rolls. Time to ice these bad boys and have a delicious breakfast. And then on to more exploring. Let's see what we can find. So Barb and I decided to come over and check out this lodge that we keep seeing from the other side of the lake. Check this place out. This place is huge. Let's go inside. Oh. Just gonna peek in here. Here's one of the patios. Offers a nice view of the lake. Great place to hang out. And then there's another patio over there. Pretty nice. And here's the other patio. So if a lodge is more your speed, I definitely recommend you check this place out. I think I'm going to stick with my Kodiak canvas and my cargo camper. I'm going to always stay a camper as long as I can, but if a lodge is more your speed, this place looks pretty cool. So just down from the lodge, there's a little dock area along the lake, a little boardwalk, so we're going to go check that out. Man, it is a beautiful day today, our last day at Punderson. I wish I could stay here a little bit longer, but our next stop is going to be 4 Mile Creek State Park in New York, and we're going to go check out Niagara Falls. So be sure to hit that subscribe button, that little bell icon that notifies you when we release new videos, and hit that thumbs up for me on this video if you like it. This park's been amazing. It starts off with some ominous steps, but we'll go ahead and go down. All right, so we made the boardwalk. Go check out the lake. So there's the fishing dock we visited yesterday. And across the way there is the campground. It's a pretty cool little boardwalk. Right along the edge of the lake. Lots of birds. Pretty nice. There's a great look at the manor from the lake. And guys, I wanted to show you this. This makes me really sad. This is what happens when you don't harvest your corn dogs at the height of ripeness. They explode in the sun. Not so good. I'm just kidding, of course. Corn dogs don't actually grow. Those are cattails, but boy, they sure do look like corn dogs when they're on the stalk. And I have fooled more than one person who thinks that corn dogs actually grow in the wild. They don't get out much. This is a really long boardwalk. This is nice. And as we get out here, there's plenty of places to fish too if you want to fish from a dock. Found this little painted turtle next to the boardwalk. Just hanging out, sunning himself. There he goes. Getting closer to those docks. Hello. How's the fishing? Ah. And we're coming on towards the end of the docks here. Got some red-winged blackbirds flying around. I'm a sucker for boardwalks, so I'll do every boardwalk in a park. I think we're coming to the end here. More wasted corn dogs. So sad. All right, I have no idea where this trail goes. Let's go find out. It's funny that they have these rails up, but no rails when you're actually on the water. If you fall off this trail, you just land on the ground. Huh, another boardwalk. So it looks like we're on the backside of some cabins. There you can see one of the cabins for rent. They look like really nice cabins, really big. I don't know how much they cost to rent. But again, if you're not a camper and you're getting the Shining vibe from the manor, the lodge, you might want to rent a cabin. I do recommend my tent though. Everyone should get a Kodiak canvas tent. Just my opinion. Let's hit the trail. There's another one of the cabins. Nice view of the woods from those things. So we've reached the end of this trail. Dumps us out by the cabins. We're gonna wander up back to the lodge and then head back to camp. Before I go though, I'll show you a couple more of these cabins, just in case you're interested. Look pretty nice. Well guys, we're all packed up and ready to go. Time to say goodbye to Punderson State Park. But when I was taking down the tent, I found a dark-eyed junco nest with eggs under our tent. Check this out. So you can see the lining of where our tent was. And then right on the edge here, check out this nest. Pretty cool. That junco was pretty mad at me, chipping at me the whole time. I did catch a photo of him, so here's what he looks like. Actually, I should say her. But I didn't get a chance to get video before she flew away. Hopefully she'll come back. Had no idea she was under the tent. We camped in that thing all night. We worked in it. We stayed in it when it got buggy, and she was under there making a nest and laying eggs. So really cool. Hopefully her nest is okay, but it is time for us to go. We can't stay. We are on to 4 Mile Creek State Park in Youngstown, New York on a Niagara Falls trip. So be sure to hit that subscribe and hit that little bell icon so that you don't miss any of the action from Camp Outside. Guys, we exist to help moms and dads take their kids camping, hiking, fishing, learn about nature, and develop a conservation ethic. We want to help you get you and your kids outside. So if you have any questions about Punderson State Park or camping in general, drop something in the comments. We'd love to hear from you, or you can connect with us on our other social media. We're on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Twitter, and at our website at campoutside.com. Guys, we got a whole lot of stuff coming, so don't miss it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.